For a variety of breaks from pick your teams and pick your players to random teams and drafted teams, mixers, and more. We built this app with the collector in mind, with features like scheduled drop times, custom notification settings, and earn rewards on purchases, among other things. And we want to be a one-stop shop for collectors, which is why we've added services like PSA grading and eBay consignment straight from breaks. We are a PSA authorized dealer and offer grading services from value to walkthrough. All you need to do is fill out the form on our website within 24 hours of a break completing, and we will take care of the rest. All submissions for breaks come with a review and wipe down of your card, and you won't be charged anything until we get your card back from PSA. eBay consignment is a similar process where you will need to fill out a form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing for any cards you'd like to submit. All cards will be listed next business day for a 5-day auction starting at 99 cents. And after the sale, you'll have the option to be paid out via check, PayPal goods, or break credit. The links for these services will be in the description of every break. If you have any questions about how the app or how our breaks work, feel free to message us on your preferred social platform. Or jump in the chat of one of our breaks and the break host can help walk you through it.
What's happening, ladies and gents? Happy Friday.
It is that time again.
It's been a while, I feel like, it's been a couple weeks.
Has it?
I think so, yeah.
Because you were bachelor partying it last weekend.
Last weekend, yep.
What were we doing the weekend before that? MN Card Show?
Yeah, that was MN Card Show right before then.
Yeah, so it was. MN Card Show.
Yeah, that was the 13th, right? Yeah, so that was right there.
Yeah. So it's
back at it after a little bit.
It's time. We're back. We're back with a little more action.
Let us know who's here hanging out with us. What up, Phil? Twinkies.
It's depressing.
I am a little bit sad as a Cleveland fan. Obviously, I'm happy with the outcome of this season. It sucks not having playoff baseball to watch.
I mean, we've had
Minnesota.
fun. We've had fun going to playoff Twins games.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, that's why I have to be a quasi-Twins fan because I want to go watch playoff baseball.
We want to go. Right.
Yep.
Right. And no one within driving distance is a playoff team.
Are the Brewers? The Brewers are in the playoffs, right?
No one that's worth watching in driving distance.
Yeah, we don't want to go out to Eastern Wisconsin.
Oh, man. You couldn't pay me to go to Wisconsin. Who would want to live there or go there?
That does sound terrible, actually.
Sounds just a disaster.
Yep.
Say hello when you drop into the feed. Let us know that you are here and hanging out. We are live on the Real Sports Cards app, live on YouTube, and live on Facebook right now. So say hello. Let us know that you are here and hanging out.
I might have to. I mean, I still
you are
100%. If the Guardians make the World Series, I'm going to a game.
You are out of vacation days.
I might. Yeah, I am.
You are very much out of vacation days, and you have to work every day for the rest of the year with no days off.
And 2025 too, probably.
100%. He does not have any PTO left at all.
I've just got one more wedding left. That's it. We gotta get through that last wedding.
Unpaid.
That's the last Saturday.
Unpaid. Jay is hanging out on YouTube.
What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay? Good morning.
Twan is here. Twan, it's up on YouTube. So if you just go to the Real Breaks YouTube page, it's up there.
Happy birthday. It was Twan's birthday yesterday.
Oh, I missed it. Happy birthday, Twan.
What? You didn't message him and wish him happy birthday?
No,
What an a-hole.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Twan. Happy belated.
You know what? I was doing the math. It's like, with like thousands and like when you have thousands of people, like you literally would send like 10 happy birthdays a day.
It must stink having so much friends. So many friends.
I don't even know who any of these people are. How are they my friends? I don't even know who they are.
I did a couple years ago turn off the like birthday notifications because
like the reminder.
I'd wake up every day and it would be like
12 people.
Right. It's like I'm not. I don't care. I just don't care.
I don't even I don't even like my own birthday.
Yeah,
so,
we're pretty similar. Like we don't really care that much about our own.
No,
birthdays.
like Laura had to adjust when we got married because I just don't like. I'm so not like traditional.
Right.
Like I really don't care about birthdays. She's like, "What do you want for my birthday? Like to be left alone? I don't want anything. Like if I want something, then I'll just go get it. Like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I'm not gonna wait for my birthday.
Correct.
But I feel the same way about like most holidays.
I don't.
Most holidays.
I'd say most. I don't know about most.
Like I'm down for Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas I go hard at.
Like,
I love Christmas.
This guy. For those of you that don't know, he lives at my house.
Correct.
In the apartment above the garage that used to be where we had the brakes business.
Yep.
And it has, I mean, what are this like 20-foot vaulted ceilings?
Yeah, it's nice and spacious.
It's massive.
Yep.
He's got 20-foot vaulted ceilings. Swear to God, 24-foot tree.
Correct.
24-foot, just like.
And a real tree. I go cut that thing down myself.
Yeah.
We're not doing fake Christmas trees over here.
Yeah, and then he leaves it in there, in his apartment, until it's like the worst fire hazard of all time with dried pins and needles everywhere.
Yeah, like mid-February-ish.
And then you just drag it outside and leave it behind the barn.
Yep. I love Christmas. What can I say?
Brutal. So I was taking Amberly to school yesterday.
Okay.
And we go down Fernbrook. And, you know, when you get Fernbrook right to 81 there, they're building all of those new houses.
Okay. And
Amberly goes, I think Emil should move out and get one of these houses.
She did not say
She
that.
said that. It was awesome. I said, why do you want Emil to move out?
That's terrible.
And she's like, so I can have more room to play. That's what she says. I said, Amberly, but that would not be play space up there. That would be daddy space. She's like, yeah, but I just want him to have a house. That was Amberly.
She's looking out. She might be saying that out of my best interest.
Maybe.
It's backhanded my best interest.
She wants more space to play. So she's like, why can't Emil have his own house?
Well, you think about it, she was used to going up there when we had the brakes business up there. We
did, yeah. I mean, when we were braking, for those of you guys who have been hanging out with us since the old school Facebook days, we used to brake up in that apartment, and Laura would bring her up. You know, she's this is 4 years ago. She's 2.
Right.
You know, from when she was born to when she was 2, we were braking up there, and Laura would bring her up to say goodnight, and you know, before I would go to bed, or before she would go to bed, and I'm in the middle of braking, and a lot of times I'm alive, and Laura's bringing Amberly over to give me a kiss goodnight, and stuff like that, and hanging out and playing in the packing peanuts,
all the packing peanuts, and
all that
packages.
kind of fun stuff. So yeah, I mean, Amberly, maybe she has, you know, latent memories of being 2 and playing up there.
Yeah, so that's her play space.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's really funny, actually.
Yeah.
She said that.
Yeah. So.
One day.
Yeah. Yep. So, did you see the Ohtani baseball hit golden?
I did see that. Did you see that the person that didn't get it is suing?
I saw somebody is suing, saying that they caught the ball first.
Right, and had it ripped out of their hands,
and
like
had
stolen.
Had it ripped out of their hands, and is suing for, like, how do you even determine that?
I don't know. There's no set rule on that. Like,
right.
There's no law on if you catch a baseball at a baseball game.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Like, yeah, what are the possession rules for that? I don't know.
2 feet in and
right.
Possession to the ground. It's a fair catch.
Right.
It's a good catch.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be. I mean, because they're trying to get the auction stopped.
Right.
And then the ball back to that other person.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how that's gonna go down.
I heard something like the Dodgers offered, like, I forget how much it was, like $100,000, $200,000 or something for it. And the dude declined, and it's being put up on Golden.
Yeah.
which is crazy. But, I mean, it might not be worth... I'm not going to say it's not going to be worth... Like, the first 50-50 ball is huge. Like, what's the first 60-60 ball going to be worth?
Yeah, I mean, and what happens to the 50-50 ball when there is a 60-60 ball?
I think because it's still the first 50-50, that it is still... I mean, it's still a gigantic milestone.
Yeah.
The only problem is that he broke the same record in the same year.
Right.
Like, a week apart from each other, almost.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of different opinions on this. Do you, like, is the fan doing wrong by Ohtani by not doing a deal with Ohtani and the Dodgers to get the ball back to Ohtani and the Dodgers?
No, not a shot. If I catch that ball, I am gone.
Yeah,
Authenticated, I'm out.
I 100% am with you on that.
Like, Shohei makes enough money to...
That's exactly my thing. This is a $900 million guy.
Right, correct.
You know, $1 billion with endorsements. And, like, this fan, whatever fan it is, this is like lifetime changing, lottery style, windfall money. Like,
yep.
You don't have to be the nice guy to the richest guy in baseball.
No, I see it more with, like, first home run balls. That's different to me. Like,
sure.
I don't think you necessarily have a responsibility to give it back to the guy, but me personally, like, if it's like a, you know, whoever, first home run ball, I think that's cool to get to them because that is massive, way more meaningful for them than it is going to be
and it's also not life-changing money.
No, not
right?
at all.
I mean, let's be honest. Like we love Brewer Hicklin.
Yeah.
He's a friend. His first home run ball at Major League Baseball is not worth $100,000.
No, it is
like,
not.
This is worth, like, man, we want you to have this ball.
100%.
You know, hook me up with an autographed bat and a photo op, and I'm happy to give you the ball, right?
Right.
Totally different world than richest guy in baseball, you know, worth life-changing money.
Yeah. Yeah, you actually have to be careful, too, because Ohtani might just, you know, bet it at the blackjack table or something.
What, you mean his translator?
Yeah, correct. Ipe.
Well, let's
my bad.
You know, let's keep things in bounds here.
I can't get a defamation lawsuit. Lawsuits flying around too much.
All opinions expressed on All Cards Ship are the sole responsibility of the person who says it and are not endorsed and approved by Real Sports Cards. There.
Perfect.
Now you can say whatever you want.
Sweet. No, Ryan pays for my steak dinners. You gotta look at him.
Steak dinner? Man, no thanks.
I made steak for the first time at my house the other day.
I didn't even pay for your Jersey Mike's yesterday. I'm just like, they're like, is this together or separate? I'm like, separate? You kidding me? And add a bag of chips for me. He can buy his own.
What a jerk.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
You made steak at the house?
Yeah.
Like skillet top.
Yep, seared it. And
you use the hot plate.
Yeah.
The hot plate
with a cast iron
skillet. And
it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
There you go.
I have to do that more.
He doesn't have a conventional range and oven up there.
Yep.
It's like a half kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, but it works well.
Kind of like a half bath. You know, half bath doesn't have a shower.
Oh, I got a shower.
But you can still take a giant dump.
That's each their own.
Yeah, right. So half kitchen is like you can still
cook steaks.
Cook a steak.
But I can't cook like a 4-course meal.
Yeah, you can do hot pot.
Yeah, correct. It did not. Kind of came back to bite me last week. I bought this new not necessarily skillet. It wasn't cast iron, but just a new pan to like make eggs in and stuff. And I didn't look. It is not induction friendly. So I opened it all up, put it on, like got ready, and it wouldn't connect.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, because it's an induction, hot plate. It just was not working, connecting.
Hilarious. So you had to go buy a different pan?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So now I got this pan that I haven't gotten to return
yet.
Give
it to Jenna.
Oh, that's probably what I'll do. But I was like, this is wanted to make my eggs.
Re-gift it.
I will.
Like, hey, I was thinking about you. I just got you this pan.
Christmas is coming up. That's funny. What's up, Jason?
Oh man.
It is. Yeah, it is the mother-in-law suite. I think that's the technical term for it.
Sure.
Above the garage.
100% never going to have a mother-in-law in that space.
I thought. Why not? They were just here for a week or two.
They were here for like 2 weeks, and then we saw them again in Montreal.
Yeah.
Yep.
How was that trip? How'd that trip go?
I don't care to go back to Montreal.
So you went to Montreal for your wife's grandpa, right?
Right. He's 96.
It's crazy.
We have not been to Montreal to visit, and so he hasn't met Amberly.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, hasn't met Beckett. So we wanted to get up there. He's 96 and pay a little visit to him and some of Laura's other family that's there, her uncle and cousins and stuff like that. So
Laura's got a crazy international background.
yeah, I mean they're from Italy.
Which is
So
wild,
they're
yeah.
from Italy. They moved to Canada when Laura's dad was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I mean, Laura's the first, well, her older brother is the first one born in the U.S.
That is crazy. Pretty
Right?
cool.
So, but yeah, I mean, I would say Montreal's fine. Like, I had to read French and order, like, thank God I know what the drink I order at Starbucks is called.
Yeah.
Because I was just like venti,
They do everything in French there.
it's all French.
Yeah.
Like,
that makes
yeah,
sense. That does
Yeah,
make
so I
sense.
just like order my drink in English,
Yeah.
and they knew what I was talking about. But there's not like French and English on the menu.
Which is weird because most normal countries would do both.
Yeah,
That's the arrogant French for you.
stop. We might have some French Canadians that are hanging out in our
Yeah.
show, and you just offended them.
All the French Canadians that watch my hockey breaks know that I like to rib them a little
The
bit.
only thing that the thing that drove me the craziest about Montreal is that like the speed limit everywhere is like 50.
Like on the highways and everything?
Yeah, but it tricks you.
That's 50 kilometers?
Yeah, that's like 31. That's like 31 miles per hour. I wanted to die. I'm
Oh, so
like,
it's that low.
I'm like, we're not going anywhere. It was awful on all these roads. It was a disaster.
Interesting.
It was awful. So
I
bad.
didn't know that. I've never been up there. I really want to go to the other side of like the British Columbia type area, and I want to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
Banff
like
and stuff like
Banff.
that. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah, like I drive in reverse faster than 50 kilometers per hour. It's not cool.
That's funny. Oh yeah, we got Philippe Dumont here in the
Philippe.
I've got love for all Canadians.
That's too funny.
Well, Quebec tried to secede from
Well-
the rest of Canada. Don't all Canadians hate?
I don't know. But Gerbach on YouTube says, "Don't say you hate Tim
Oh
Hortons."
no, I love Tim Hortons.
But here's the problem.
Oh, see, now
I
you're gonna
go
say
into
something
Tim
bad.
Hortons,
Yep.
right? So like I did Starbucks one day, and then I'm driving by Tim Hortons, and I see this sign that has like iced coffee drinks with like a bottle, like a thing of Nutella on the sign.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh hell yes, I'm getting some iced coffee Nutella flavored drink. And I walk in and I'm like looking for it on the menu. And first of all, they have these digital menus
Yeah.
in there, but they got so much crap at Tim Hortons. Like
yeah.
so many, like a million food items, a million beverage
Donuts,
items
breakfast,
that
and
like the digital menus change every 3 seconds.
you can't even.
And it's all in French.
That, yeah,
So
that's-
I'm like waiting, I'm watching, I'm like, oh, there's the Nutella drink. And I'm trying to like translate in French in some weird way in my head. Like, how do I figure out what this is? And it's gone. Like, and then I gotta sit and I watched it cycle like 4 times. And I'm like, forget it, I'm not ordering the Nutella drink. I just can't figure it out.
Did you just leave, or did you get some else?
No, I got a donut.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's donut in French?
I don't know. I just was like, ugh. I just pointed at, ugh.
That's
One of these.
universal.
Yeah. So
I'm still amazed that Tim Hortons did not do well in Minnesota. I think they're all gone now.
yeah, but you know what? Nothing Donuts has done well
Yeah,
in
it's true.
Minnesota.
Like Krispy Kreme hasn't done well.
Krispy
like,
Kreme didn't make it.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts really hasn't done
Yeah, haven't really
anything.
popped off. Yeah.
Like just donuts in general, like
Right.
have not done well. All of the standalone donut places are gone.
That makes sense.
And so maybe Minnesotans just hate donuts.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe the stereotypes are switched, where it's like everyone thinks like all Americans are fat and lazy and just eat donuts all the time. Maybe it's Canadians.
But Minnesotans are pretty active. We do all of the winter sports.
True.
We can like massive bike trails and lake sports and
Yep.
everything like that. Or people are just like, I can't have my calories from a donut because I got to drink beer on the boat all day long.
That's true. Those donuts are good though. Tim Hortons donuts are good.
No, Krispy Kreme's the best donuts.
I'd say that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That is true. Maddie says Minnesota loves their local small town bakeries.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
You got Hans and Noka. You got one of my favorites is Blado's in Winona.
Have you been to the relatively new donut place in Maple Grove
No, I didn't hear
called
about it.
Oofta? Oofta Donuts?
I've not. I've never heard of it.
It is.
It's pretty good.
Oofta Donuts. It's pretty good. They have really good donuts. Oofta.
I'll have to check it out. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I guess that's probably a small town, like a locally owned.
Zulu knows Voodoo. Do you know Voodoo Donuts?
No, I don't.
Voodoo Donuts. I've been to Voodoo Donuts when Laura and I did our month-long road trip to 14 national parks.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Voodoo Donuts in Portland. Right?
Okay.
Like legendary donuts.
Interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
Have you ever heard of Hertz Donuts?
Nope.
Hertz Donuts.
Wow.
You can blame Chris.
That was a good smack.
can blame-
Someone clip that. He's got a knife. He's got a box cutter.
I just platinum breaks you.
Seriously, that.
I just platinum breaks you.
We got that on. If we have any lawyers in the chat, let me know.
That's Chris Roberts' fault. See.
Yeah, Chris set me up for that one.
You did. You totally. Lawsuit.
that went right over my head. It's terrible.
Oh man, too good. So, yeah, here HR department here, Emil.
The garbage is full. You gotta be careful.
If you would like to file a complaint, file it with the HR.
That's right where all my PTO requests are, I think.
Seriously, all the rest of your PTO requests are there also. Let's talk hobby. A little bit.
What do we got?
We got some releases today.
Some releases today, some big releases this week. Yeah.
Last night was kind of bonkers.
Yeah. You guys kind of crushed logo practice.
What happened last night?
Doing
It's like, it's been absolutely bonkers on release days and things like that. But this is like a non-release day, just go off on logo fractors and sapphire.
I told Nags, I said, you can stay as long as you want. Keep ripping them as they keep filling them. And you guys kept filling them. He kept posting. I was like, what is happening?
Yep.
I got to go look and see if he hit anything cool. But logo fractors for a while now. I think this is the third year that they have done that product. And every year they are
It's
a
just
blast.
fun.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
So, yeah, those were great. Today we've got some new release 5-star.
5-star baseball.
5-star looks, they've improved it. I think they improve it every year.
I believe they've improved almost every product this year.
For sure. Yeah, 100%.
Every release, you can tell they've got new blood in product development.
Yep.
And they obviously are trying to support higher prices. We know this.
Yep.
I mean, it is what it is. They're a business. They're trying to make money. They're trying to support higher products. They have been delivering on making products better.
For sure. Every single one.
And 5-star historically is not one of my favorite products because I'm just not a skunk fan.
Right.
Because it can be skunky. And I just don't love the skunkiness of 5-star. But there's no question for the people that love that chase and don't care if they get a bunch of base cards
right.
when they don't hit the big card. Like, this is looking like it's really cool, like some really cool sets.
Yep. And Paul Skeens Inc.
Paul Skeens.
Paul Skeens
Rookie
Basing
autos.
finally.
Yep.
So yeah, great checklist, and then the addition, like already great rookie checklist with guys that are selling phenomenally. Like I look at the price of the Brewers and the price of the Padres and think, why are these not way more with Jackson Merrill and Jackson Churio singles absolutely going nuclear?
Yeah, I mean,
It
the Padres
already loaded.
are the most underpriced team in just about every break.
product, 100%.
Every product, guys, hot take,
Yep.
super tip. Go look up what Jackson Merrill is selling for on eBay right now.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It is ridiculous what Jackson Merrill is selling for, and the Padres are way cheaper than other teams that have guys that are selling in the same range.
Yep, correct, 100%.
Biggest steal of every release right now.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna win Rookie of the Year, arguably.
Yep.
And he's just gone nuclear lately, but yeah, all those guys, and then on top of adding Paul Skeens, which just helps the pricing distribution out a bunch. Like I really liked how the 5-star pricing looked. I think it was really solid.
I mean, it really helps when you have a really wide rookie class.
That's exactly it.
I mean, this is it, right? I mean,
It's
you know,
not
coming
only
out of a
taking
year,
everything.
like years where it felt like it was like just Wander and Julio.
Yeah.
And the Mariners and the Rays just take the brunt of the case price.
They were both way bigger than Witt that year.
They were.
Like, Witt was big, but he wasn't
They
Witt or
were.
Julio or
Right.
Wander or Julio.
And so like right now, when you have that many rookies across, it just spreads the cost of the case out a lot thinner,
Yep.
and there's just more value. There's
Yep.
more value when there's more rookies
Yep.
that are
100%.
selling well.
100%.
So, and we just got solicited update.
Yeah, which is gonna be crazy.
So update will be coming in October.
Yep.
They just solicited it to us, and now you're talking about, you know, flagship Skeens rookie.
Yeah.
But also, I think people forget
I
this.
forgot about this.
I think people forget this. Series 2, Jackson Holiday, Churio,
Merrill.
and Merrill,
And Langford too, I think.
and was it Langford
Almost
too?
positive because
They were short prints, right? They were short print variations. They were not base. So their true flagship rookie is going to be an update. And that means that update is going to be bonkers
Yeah, I mean this will be the best update that we've seen.
in
Like
a long time.
yeah, 'cause 2022 we had J-Rod and Witt, but this has 5 dudes that are like that.
Yes. Yep.
So you're chasing base, color,
That
autos,
and
everything.
You
of those guys.
still have the rookie debut guys
Yeah, 100%.
like Ellie and these other guys that were in Series 1 and Series 2.
Yep.
They're still going to have autographs,
Yep.
rookie autos.
Yep.
I mean, update is just jacked.
Yeah, I'm excited for update this year for sure.
Right. So I know Topps has done pre-sales on Topps.com. I don't know if that's still open or
Yeah, I'm
not.
not sure.
But update is going to be fire.
Yep. Update will be great.
So
What else do we have today? We have National Treasures football.
NT football.
So I'll be doing a little full case action at that tonight.
We decided to bring NT football to you guys this year at a much lower price than market.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we just said, you know what? Like the truth is, we haven't always had very many cases.
Yeah,
We've got more cases than we've ever had.
Yep.
And so it's like, you know what? We've got more cases. We don't have to, get the max out of the one case that we got.
Yep.
Or the 2 cases that we got. We've got more cases. And so we're just going to roll them out there a little bit cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So have some fun with NT, guys, because, it's below market.
Yep.
So, but
I'm excited to rip that. I love me a good NT rip. We're going shield chasing tonight.
yeah, let's see some big ones.
That'll be with me, so of course it's going to be a good case, obviously.
Yeah, if I need to step in and actually hit a good card, feel free to make a call to the bullpen.
Right. Then we got Phoenix basketball today, too.
Phoenix
which
basketball.
is new release. New
New. First time.
Yep.
First time they've ever done Phoenix basketball.
Yep. Which that'll be cool to see.
Right.
You'll have base and color Wemby and autos of everyone else, and I know that he's like Giannis ink, and checklist looks solid. So that'd be a fun one to see for the first time. Yep. All these first year ever products always are fun to dig into.
Right. And we're still having fun with Portfolio Golf.
Yeah.
Which
I feel like that's your product of the year.
I love it. Honestly, the two products of the year for me.
Okay.
Portfolio Golf, fun factor. Fun factor, forget everything else.
All right.
Portfolio Golf, composite football.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fun factor, 10 on both of those products.
I can't argue that too much.
So it is really, really difficult for me to not just like grab boxes and rip them of Portfolio Golf and composite football.
Yeah, Portfolio's cool. We first got put onto Portfolio last January at the Upper Deck Conference, and Brian and I looked at each other like this, like Chronicles Golf, like this is really sick.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be really good.
It did. I ripped one case for myself of Portfolio Golf.
Yep.
And like we don't have an unlimited supply of it, so I've like restrained myself from ripping more just so that we don't short the breaks.
Yep.
But we'll still have some of those cases to fill through the weekend here too.
Yep.
But we don't have much more than that, right?
No.
So if you're interested in Portfolio Golf, get in it now. We don't have an endless supply, and I don't know what the restock situation looks like on it.
Right.
So I think the formats are fantastic. The random and the pick your brand format means that each spot still has a Tiger Chase. Each spot still has a Zalatoris Chase, Victor Hovland Chase, all of the guys. So it's not like getting a random and you already miss out on the biggest potential hits.
Exactly.
That's one thing that I love about it.
Yep.
We were talking about going back into composite,
which I think we're going to be
doing the same format. So in composite football, you could actually get the Topps Chrome Black spot, or the Cosmic Chrome spot, or the finest spot.
All those brands, the Resurgence spot.
Yeah, I feel like doing that format, because then every spot has a Stroud chase. Every spot has a Tom Brady chase. So as much as I love that product, I love that format.
Yep.
We probably should have done that sooner.
Yeah. Yeah, we just kind of thought of it with Portfolio, and it's like, why haven't we done
Yeah,
this?
why didn't we do this with composite?
Yep.
Like, this would be an absolute blast.
Yep. So keep your eyes out for that.
Keep your eyes out for that. We'll probably run that this weekend.
Yep. That'll be the perfect way to do that product.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think that's a lot about it for the newer stuff this week. Obviously, Topps Chrome Sapphire and Logo Fractors we got.
Yep.
So, and then OPG Platinum Hockey, which is Bedard.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't yet, take a look at OPG Platinum and what it's selling for on eBay for singles. Bedard base cards are getting like $50 plus, and the refractors, the rainbows, are getting like 120. I saw last night. Like, it is for the price of
grab Blackhawks for a box.
It is crazy.
Just for fun.
Yes, yeah. One base card pays for your box, or it is, and then his autos are gonna be thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, that'll be one of his most desirable rookie autos all year, easily. So, yeah. That's my advice.
Yep, and then we've got all kinds of stuff coming down the pipelines. Cosmic Chrome is going to be coming.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to be a loaded 3 months.
For sure.
Fourth quarter is going to be stacked with products.
Yep.
So, Triple Threads should come back.
Can't wait for that.
Gilded Collection.
Yep.
I mean...
Yeah, we do still have a lot of products that haven't popped
Bowman's
yet.
Best, Bowman Drafts. I mean,
I'm more excited for Bowman Draft than I ever have been before.
Yeah, that's
Vazana, baby.
Guardian.
Vazana time.
Hard pass.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff coming.
Yeah.
What's that's probably a good question and probably a good segue into Q&A.
Q&A, yeah.
Yeah. So Maddie asked, how far in advance do you guys see a new product, and how do you keep it a secret?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think we really try or worry about keeping things too much of a secret.
Honestly, usually when something gets solicited, it gets solicited to everyone at the same time, and then it's over social media.
Yeah, I mean, unless Unlike sometimes we get asked and invited to participate in like pricing strategy conversations and product strategy conversations and things like that, and so we might get some of that a little bit early, which we don't obviously talk about. Ultimately, our responsibility as a dealer is to not steal any of Topps' thunder, right? Topps, it wants to be the one revealing key things about products, and so we try to not make any announcements or public declarations about a product unless it's something that Topps has talked about themselves already. And that's just kind of us being a good partner, knowing that they have very intentional strategies for how they roll information out to the market, and I don't want to be the person spoiling all of their planning and marketing and stuff that they're doing by leaking something early. So you're going to hear it from us as soon as it's out there, but that means that it's out there for everybody to have. We'll try to bring you the info. Obviously, we want you to hear it from us and have that conversation with us about what we think. But yeah, that's kind of our philosophy on when and how and what we reveal to you guys.
And things are happening in real time more often than not.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
we didn't order update 6 months ago.
No, we ordered update this week.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, for
October.
Right.
So the window used to be like 6 months, like 4 to 6 months ahead.
Which is still for Upper Deck.
We had to order for Topps, right?
Yep.
Upper Deck is still kind of that 4 to 6 month lead time, but Topps is like 1 month lead time. Sometimes less. So, and Panini has a shorter lead time also. So, yeah, I mean, we're getting information a lot closer to release. The truth is that makes it a little bit easier for us to decide how much we need to buy.
Way easier.
I mean, when we're trying to predict like how much of a product we need 6 months, I mean, a lot can change in 6 months. The market can change in 6 months. We can grow in 6 months. We can shrink in 6 months.
Players can perform better, worse out of a certain rookie class.
Rookies can get hurt. I mean, there are a lot of things that can happen in 6 months. So a shorter window is better for us. It's less risky. So, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quentin, we kind of do that already. We just do it on a week by week basis because of how quickly things change. Like, we've done release calendars in the store before, and after 2 weeks, every single product is changed or wrong or on a different month. Or
I mean, there's only like a release calendar for the next month.
Right.
And even then it changes.
Yeah, like we were supposed to have Elite Football on Wednesday. On Tuesday, we got an email that said it was pushed back to next week. And, same thing with like, I think it was Phoenix basketball too. It was supposed to be last week, got pushed back to this Friday. So we'll do it. We do it on a week by week basis. If you guys haven't noticed in the dropping soon category on the Real Sports Cards app, if you scroll over to the right, you should get a notification as well. If you haven't turned your notifications on, be sure to do that. But we'll do like a teaser 2024 Topps Cosmic Chrome release day or whatever the week before.
Yeah, so we're generally putting it into the app, into the Real Sports Cards app a week ahead.
Yep.
To at least put it on your radar screen so that you know that it's coming.
Yep.
So
100%.
CBJ said, Blue Diamond Awards. What do I spend 11,000 plus points on? Great question. We've been doing weekly drops of Blue Diamond items. And we are open to suggestions.
Yeah. So
the Blue Diamond drops that we are doing every week are because we have heard from certain people or some of our collectors of certain things that they'd like to see. So if there are things that you're interested in spending your diamonds on, feel free to reach out, let us know. We've done sealed product, we've done grading, we've done like Real Sports Cards merch, we've done hats.
Yep.
We've done a lot of different things, and we're completely open to continuing to evolve that program. And we're doing that based on the feedback that we get from you guys on what you would like to spend your diamonds on. So reach out, talk to a breaker, let us know what you're thinking, and we're happy to try and find some new cool solutions for spending those diamonds.
Yep. Yeah, I think products have been a pretty popular one as of this point, but we'll keep mixing it up. And we've got the Topps Chrome basketball hangers that we did at a special price for you guys. Then we'll see. We'll have something different next week, and we'll just keep going from there. But yeah, be sure to let us know what you want.
The other thing, I don't know if you guys saw it, that we dropped this morning is ship sealed Topps bundle. So we actually had some extra product from Topps Hobby Rip Night and some extra Topps Hobby Rip Night packs, and we bundled those all together for you for a nice below market price. We've only got a handful of those, so if you want to grab one of those, that's all shipping sealed to you directly.
Yep.
So
looks like only 11 left.
11 left, so over half gone.
Yep.
So.
And those Rip Night packs are cool because they got Paul Skeens rookies too.
Yep. Yeah, I mean the Rip Night packs have some decent stuff, and they have potential parallels.
Yep, all the way down to a 101.
Yep. So.
What's up, Ray? Ray says he likes the Blue Diamond Seal product.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of that. We've heard a lot of Blue Diamond sealed products. The Topps Chrome baseball blasters have crushed every time we've put those out there as a Blue Diamond drop. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, keep the feedback coming. So,
all right.
Maddie's asking with a 9-paragraph long comment.
Yeah, I can't read that long.
About a tiered styled random team. And I think what he's getting at is instead of like 30 spots at 149, you take the top 10 and maybe that one's 199 for a top 10 team, and maybe 99 for a middle 10 team and 49 for a bottom 10 team. I think that's kind of what he's getting at.
Right.
I think we've tried that in the past, and ultimately what our experience in the past has been is people don't chase the bottom 10 teams. Mm-hmm. So even though they're cheaper to get a random for the bottom 10 teams, like if somebody wants a bottom 10 team, usually they're just buying them in a pick your team.
Yeah.
Like if
and then they get the team that they want.
If their favorite team is a bottom 10 team, they're just grabbing them in the pick your team. And so, yeah, I mean, there's always people who are willing to pay a little bit more for a better chance at a top 10. And we've struggled with selling the chase for the bottom 10. So, we can keep looking at it, obviously, and if there's a way to kind of do that.
Yeah, I know one thing we've done before, which is similar but plenty different, is just a straight tiered random. So instead of a regular random, it's higher price.
You pair a bottom team with a bigger team.
Correct.
So that you're, maybe instead of 30 spots, it's 15. You're at least going to get a top 15 team that's paired with a lesser team. So we've done that. But drafted teams should accomplish some of that because, let's say you get the 8th pick, right? There's a good chance, or let's say you get the 14th pick.
Yep.
There's a good chance other people have moved lesser teams up, and you could get a top 10 team with a 14th pick. So drafted teams definitely gives you better odds to get a higher team as people raise their favorite teams higher in the draft order.
Yeah, you keep your same edge to get a top team, but have greatly increased odds of getting teams that you care about as you bump them up from the bottom.
Right. Yep.
Mainly Twins fans have to do that because their team's already at the bottom.
Yeah, there was a question earlier. We didn't ignore it. We just weren't quite getting to questions. Can you scroll back up on Restream to Twan's?
Yeah.
So, want to circle back to it. He asked on YouTube, I know you guys are 66% baseball or so. What drives your decision on what to break? Says I'm seeing them sit more and more price drops. So basically, we are responding to what fills when we're choosing what to break. You know, if something doesn't fill, we either say, do we need to post this at a different time, or do we stop posting this? How well something fills generally determines how many we post. But sometimes we just have more product. And at the end of the day, if I've got 10 cases and we only fill 3 cases well, then sometimes we don't have a choice but to discount some teams. And a lot of times that means we lose money on it, ultimately. Discounting is great for you guys, bad for us. Generally, when we're discounting, it means that we are not making money, or we're losing money, but we really don't have a choice. Like, I mean, I got the case, I gotta sell it, right? I'm not necessarily gonna go buy more, but if I've got 10 cases, then I got 10 cases, and sometimes discounting it to have it gone is better than sitting on it long term. The other thing that Topps has changed on us is we don't have the ability anymore to, like, let's say I've got 10 cases of something. We fill 4 crate cases great, but then it kind of slows down. I don't have the ability to sell those other 6 cases to other dealers anymore. Topps has completely eliminated dealer-to-dealer sales. You are violating the terms of your distribution contract if you sell cases that you bought for breaking to another dealer. So they've really kind of handcuffed us on what we can even do with these cases, which puts us in a little bit of a tough spot, because my only option is to keep posting it until it's gone. And a lot of times that means we make money on the first 4 and we struggle on the next 6. So it's an interesting market to navigate. Like, this is for a couple of years during COVID, we made money on everything that we posted, right? I mean, that's just how it was. It was easy. We made money on everything we posted, and most breakers made money on everything they posted, because product was selling so high above what people were paying for it. But at the end of the day, they give us 20% margins on wholesale versus retail price, and we have to figure out how to make money doing that. 20% margins on $1,500 case is $300 with break expenses, right? So, not complaining. We're a business. We figure out how to do it. It is what it is, but it's definitely a new market that we have to navigate. And try to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, and Matty, we navigate that on every single product that we break. There has been a thought process, conversations, analyzation of, is this price good? What can we sell this at? How much do we need? Like, we dig in as much as we can to every single one, because we just can't afford to make mistakes.
It's really risky to just say, oh, give me as much product as I can get. Because there's multiple things. Like, some products settle a little bit. Like, Bowman Chrome settled a little bit. Like, if we had an unlimited amount of Bowman Chrome, then we would have gotten absolutely pounded. Like, we're making, $100 a case on Bowman Chrome right now because we still have it and we have to move it. We don't have a choice. So when you see discounts on Bowman Chrome, like, I don't have a choice. They're selling, the market's softened a little bit. That the softened market makes things a little bit better value, right? But we still have to sell those cases. I've got, we still have 6 figures tied up in Bowman Chrome inventory, so I can't just stop posting it, which means that I gotta keep posting it. So that's why at times we've done incentives, and we try to do other things like skunk prizes and other things to try and incentivize things so we can discount less. But the other part of it is we're also trying to get something full for so that it breaks at a certain time, right? And that's a little bit different than someone like I'll use him as an example because he's a friend, Rich Layton, Layton Sports Cards. They're not typically breaking it, or they're not typically selling it to fill at a certain time, so they don't do discounts because they'll just leave it up for an extra day or an extra 2 days to let it fill at the normal pricing. So sometimes we have to discount just because we're trying to keep it on schedule, when maybe if we left it up for another day, we wouldn't have to discount it as much, right? And so, sometimes the way we do scheduled breaks and trying to hit live times, or at least close to live times, means that we discount a little bit heavier than we might if we were just like break when full, right? So that influences it a lot too. But I mean, there's a lot of variables that go into it. At the end of the day, we're just trying to create a good experience for you guys. I believe, and not everybody feels the same way, I believe that something should break the same day that you buy into it, because the further it gets away from when you bought it, the less likely you are to be available to watch it live. And so that's how I feel. So that's why sometimes we push a little bit harder to get things full that night. Because I don't want to push your purchase into the next day if I don't have to. Because I want you to have that experience of getting to watch it live. And it's not always on time, but that's our goal.
And at the same time, we're trying to navigate that where, you guys might have seen a couple different breaks get pushed to the next day. Like, we're trying to balance that with also not just leaving 15 of you guys hanging with a canceled break.
Right.
So
like we
it's
did that
definitely a
with
double-edged sword.
We did that with like Topps Chrome Sapphire basketball.
Right.
It gets half full. It's like, man, I don't want to like these people that bought in, that these 15 people that bought in, they want this product.
Correct.
Like, and so like we have to make that call. Like, do we cancel it and make these 15 people disappointed that it got canceled? Or do we push it to the next day, let it get full so that can break? Like, what's the better experience? And so, like, all of the decisions that we make, and it's all real-time decisions, and all with this, like, what is the ideal situation for collectors, for our collectors in this, and what is going to be a good experience for them. And that's not a perfect answer all the time. Like, the ideal situation for one person isn't exactly the same as an ideal situation for another person, and so we just try to do our best situation to situation to situation to do what we can to make it as many people happy as we can.
Yep. And we always try to keep you guys as informed as you can be, with chatting in the comments of the break if something's happening, or whatever the case is. So
yeah.
Very good answer there.
Hopefully, hopefully I know I wanted to circle back to that question from earlier. So hopefully that was a helpful answer with why we strategize. And then some of it's just sport related, like, we fill less soccer.
Right.
And sometimes we just got to discount soccer to get it full because there are less people buying soccer. At the same time, we're out there on social media trying to advertise and market and promote soccer and promote hockey and promote basketball and other sports that aren't baseball, so that we can bring new collectors into the community that can help fill those other sports more quickly. So that we can do more of it. And we're having success with that, guys. Anytime you comment on social media about us, it helps a ton. I mean, we are seeing with our marketing efforts 300 to 400 app downloads a month right now, which is amazing. Not all of those people are going to spend money. We believe that, and what we see is like 20% of app downloads spend money, but that's 60 to 80 new people a month coming into our community that are interested in breaks and buying in breaks And as we continue to do that and continue to market that, that's going to help breaks fill more quickly and discount a little bit less and all of those kinds of things. And hopefully fill other sports better. And I mean, that's the goal. That's what we're trying to create here for you guys.
100%. I saw a question that I wanted to go back to in regards to the, you're talking about costs of stuff from Topps. And this is specifically about logo fractors. So, I think that's John was saying, Topps raises prices for allocations if they see a product doing well. He says he finds it crazy. Logo fractor pricing over the last 3 years. I'm curious to hear your take on this because I feel like this is different than a lot of like the hobby stuff. So they released it 3 years ago at 50, bumped it up to 60, 75 last year or whatever, and then this year up to 110 as their retail price at the MLB flagship store in New York.
Yep.
To me, we look at Topps being a business. Every single year, logo fractors have crazy outperformed their retail price. And the retail arbitrage of it has made a lot of people money. If Topps looks at that and says, well, these boxes are going to sell for $150 no matter what, why can't we raise the price to $110?
Yeah.
We paid the exact same price because we don't get any of that allocated direct. That's
right.
all.
We have to buy it secondary market.
We paid the exact same price this year that we did last year.
Yep.
The only person that made more or less money is the person that we bought it from.
Yep.
Who was flipping it.
And that's the general public.
Correct.
Right? So the only person that, is making that money is the general public. I mean, this is still Topps putting it out there for general collectors.
Not that I'm against general public making money. I love the retail.
Yeah.
I've flipped plenty of stuff. You can't be mad at Topps for doing that.
Here's my take. My take is it's been $100 plus box ever since it came out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's what it sold for in the market.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably, as easy as it is to say, well, screw them because they raised the price, at the end of the day, they just got the price wrong the first time. Right? And so, if they had known the market price was going to be $150 a box on logo fractors in year one, they would have been at that price. Correct. Right? So they're learning, they're guessing on new first-time products, Cosmic Chrome.
That was my first thought.
Cosmic Chrome, logo fractors, gilded. Yep. They're throwing a price out there as an unknown and letting the market react to that price. And they're just shooting low, right? And it makes complete sense that they're gonna fix it, in subsequent years.
Yep.
That's just business. So, but the nice thing is logo fractor breaks have not gotten more expensive
same price.
Last year over this to this year because the secondary market price is the same.
Exactly.
So the only difference is what Topps charged at MLB store.
Yep.
Right.
That's exactly it. Perfect. I'm glad we think the same on that.
Yeah.
All right, we got some talk about eBay consignment. Let's see. I don't know. Was there a question on eBay consignment? Yeah. Phil said, has there been success with the consignment stuff with eBay?
Yeah. Consignment stuff has been going great. The feedback that we've had from people participating has been great.
Yep.
We've been successful at getting things up the next day. So literally can go from a break Wednesday to eBay Thursday. Getting cards to market quickly is a huge boost in resale value, especially for new releases. And that's been turning out great. Obviously, we pay things out as quickly as they get paid for and confirmed. Sometimes it can, you guys know eBay, if you've sold on eBay yourself, sometimes people take a week to pay for it. I can't control that. It's been really good. We've already, it's not a brand new eBay account. We've got a history of that eBay account. So it's not like it's starting from zero feedback eBay account. So it benefits from that a little bit. And overall, it's been good. Don't forget, you can take payout in brake credit to save the
3%.
3% PayPal payout fee. So that's definitely an option for those of you guys that are buying into brakes regularly. It might make sense to take it as brake credit. The other thing is depending on how much consignment you do, if we're sending you PayPal goods and services enough to put you over the threshold, it could put you into 1099 category with eBay or with PayPal.
Yeah.
So that would be another incentive to consider taking it in brake credit as well. The eBay account is Real Sports Cards MN. Real Sports Cards MN is the eBay account that we sell it on, and it's been great. At the end of the day, we know that most collectors spend 98% of their time buying and 2% of their time selling, and usually the 2% of their time selling is not at an optimal time for what something will sell for. It's like, oh man, I meant to list this Bowman Chrome right away, but I didn't get to it for 2 weeks, and now the cards are worth half, right? So that is a big part of why we're doing consignment, is because we know a lot of times if you're left to do it yourself, it's going to take a little bit of time for it to happen, and that costs you money in most cases.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's been a good one to offer. I mean, I think of, like, for us, even with the stuff that we're ripping, like, I'm doing everything on eBay consignment. I don't want to take the time to.
I send 99.9, like, I love to rip wax. 99.9% of the cards that I pull immediately go to eBay.
Yep.
It's just how you get the most for it.
Yep.
On a new release. I like ripping new releases, and it's worth the most on day one.
Yep. Ray asked if it's possible to get notifications of when cards are listed and sold. I think that initially is just a logistic.
I mean, yeah, I think, Ray, it's possible. Right now we're still doing a pretty manual system. We can relook at the process. We can certainly relook at the process of the consignment and see if there are easy, automated ways that we can build more notifications and things like that. In the future, I fully expect to see it as like and when I say future, this is like a year out, because we already have things in front of this for features we want to build on the Real Sports Cards app. But in the future, I would really love to see it where your eBay consignment and your PSA submissions are trackable within your Real Sports Cards app account. That's just a further down the road type thing, and so we're just gonna manually do it for now, unless eBay consignment picks up so much that we're making a little bit of money on it, and it makes sense to spend that money to build out a feature a little bit sooner, right? So, but no, hear the feedback loud and clear, and we'll take a look at that.
Yep, 100%. Switchwolf asked about Leaf product.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me go back up to it. I lost it. Can we expect more Leaf in store or breaks from the MN shop? Some of their products, like Artisport, look really good. They had a KG Ant Dual Auto I would love to chase.
Yep.
Why don't you talk about Leaf?
So the short answer on Leaf is to get the cool products. Leaf makes some really cool products.
Amazing products.
They make 3 or 4 or 5 really, really cool products every year. Pearl Hockey, Pearl, and some
of those
other
big
cool
Artisport ones. Yeah,
Artisport.
The multi-sport ones.
Some of them are really, really cool. The biggest issue that I have with Leaf is you gotta buy everything, and a lot of it is like impossible to make money on. Impossible. People don't buy it. Breaks don't fill. And in the last 4 years, we've taken a net loss on Leaf products as a whole.
Yep. And we just now started getting back into some baseball
we have
stuff.
we have started to dabble a little bit. We've been bringing it in a little bit. One of the worst things that we can do, though, and I'm sorry, Leaf, and I'm sorry, collectors who love Leaf. One of the worst things that I can do with a Leaf product is crack a case and put loose boxes on the shelf in the store, because it never fails. We sell 2 boxes and just eat the other 10 and just lose money.
Yep.
So, and to be honest, if I put a Leaf box in a Topps baseball mixer, the mixer doesn't fill. So that's the reality of why I don't have Leaf boxes in the store, and why we are sparse with our Leaf offerings in breaks.
Yep.
You see it a little bit more from Wisconsin. Part of it is if Wisconsin buys Leaf cases and we buy Leaf cases for breaks, inevitably one of us gets stuck with some. And so for breaks, we've kind of left it with, okay, Tom and Wisconsin, you guys go ahead and primarily do the Leaf breaks so that you don't get stuck with it. We won't buy some because we don't want to increase the likelihood that you get stuck with some or we get stuck with some. And Onyx has been the same. So I enjoy the Onyx products too. I enjoy the Leaf products.
Great Leaf products.
But at the end of the day, as a business, we end up eating more product and getting stuck with more product than we can sell. And so it just hasn't.
We took some hits on Leaf the past couple of years with some certain
Tough,
products.
man.
Yeah.
It's tough. So, yeah. I mean, for a while, if you were stuck with Leaf, the only option that you had to sell it was back to Leaf for half of what you paid for it. That's the reality of if we got stuck with Leaf, the only person who would buy it is Leaf at half of what we paid for it. So,
Yep, without fail.
Yep.
Every single product.
That's why we've made the cautious decision. And the truth is during COVID, it didn't matter as much.
Right.
Because we had products that we made a boatload of money on during COVID. We had products that we made 40 or 50% on during COVID because wholesale was way below what the market price was. And we benefited from that. And so we could take the L's. We could afford to take the L's on Leaf and Onyx and products that didn't perform well. Prism Draft, basketball, and products that didn't perform well. We could afford it because we were making percentages. But today the market is different. We're making 15 to 20% on products. And when you're making 15 to 20% on products, you can't take the L's anymore. You have to just be better at buying, and you can't just buy unlimited because the L's wipe out your W's really, really quickly when you're making 15 to 20% margin. So we've had to adjust as a business. That's the business side of the hobby. Like, as much as we just love to live in hobby funland, that's the business side. But we're happy to be having this conversation with you guys. I mean, that's why we've for 8 years been really, really transparent about how we run the business and why we make decisions that we make and all of that fun stuff. I'm happy to share this information with you guys. It's not top secret knowledge. You're welcome to know what it takes and what we deal with as we're running the business in the industry. So happy to share that with you guys.
100%. So Matty says, looking in the future, what's going to make the hobby stick around in the past, where in the past it was all but dead?
Yeah, I mean, the reality is they've restored collectability to the industry. We've gone from junk era of billion copies of everything to an era where the demand is higher than the amount of product that they make. And the reality is the demand is quite a bit higher than the amount of product that they make. Every release sells out. Every one. There are not warehouses full of product. We cannot get more pro debut baseball.
Correct.
It's gone. It is in the hands of dealers. So yeah, maybe there's shops around the country that have it on the shelf. It's not available. Topps has none. They have sold out. And that is every release. So as much as people like to say, oh, they're making so much product, that's deceiving, because people don't realize they print this stuff for a week. They used to print this stuff by the billions. And even though they make 50 products, it's still a tiny fraction of the amount of product. And as a collector, you get to focus in on the things that you like. And so if you're a Topps Chrome fan, then, numbered Topps Chrome's going to have some longevity, right? People complaining about flagship base cards being overproduced. It's base.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. There are supposed to be cards that are printed in higher volume, still micro percentages compared to the 80s and the 90s. But flagship baseball should be produced enough so that boxes are affordable and remain affordable for kids to be able to buy them. At the end of the day, $100 for a hobby box is cheap. Kids have way more money than you did 30 years ago when you were 11. Like, kids have boatloads of money. The kids in this hobby, there are kids that can come and spend $100 because they mowed the grass, right? And then there are kids that have got $15,000 worth of slabs in their Zion case because they're learning the art of the deal, and they're learning business, and they're learning math. And, man, you got to love it when there's teenagers that are absolutely crushing this hobby because they can wheel and deal. Like, I love that. We have customers in our store that aren't from silver spoon families. These aren't teenagers coming from silver spoon families where their parents are millionaires and that's why they've got $15,000 worth of slabs. These are kids that 3 years ago were buying $50 cards from us and flipping them for $80, and now have $15,000 worth of slabs in a Zion case. It's amazing. These are the future entrepreneurs of America. We should absolutely love this stuff. When a teenager comes and finds a card in our case for $50, that's a $100 card. I am not like, oh crap, I missed an opportunity to mark that card up when that guy got hot. I'm like, heck yes, that kid is my hero, because he is finding ways to make money in this hobby so that he can have fun and subsidize his fun and then potentially make money on top of that. He's also going to learn awesome lessons about losing money.
For sure.
Like, this is a part of the hobby too, like making bad deals and buying players that don't succeed. Like, you got to learn how to lose in life too, right? This is a critical character building experience, is having wins and losses and being able to deal with them with quality character and integrity, whether you win or lose, and doing right by people. Man, it is a quality industry.
These kids are so advanced
for kids to be a part of, and you guys should be supporting that and excited about that, because that's the future of America. And I absolutely love it.
Yep, that's gonna keep the hobby going too.
Yeah,
100%. I don't know how to follow that
Did
up.
I preach on that?
That's pretty good. I can't. I don't have anything to say after that.
I'm passionate about it, man. I'm passionate about it. It matters.
It is amazing. Yep, it is amazing to see every single time.
Awesome. Well, we are over time. I appreciate you guys so much for supporting Real Sports Cards and building friendships with our breaker team. You guys have no idea how much it means and how many families, are a part of this. Like, as customers, we consider you friends, but we have a big team here of sorting team, shipping team, operations team, grading team, consignment team, breaking team, marketing team, you name it. Like, all of these families are supported by you guys trusting us with your hobby fun, and it matters that you choose to break with us. We're so grateful. It matters to us, our kids, the kids and the youth that we get to invest in our shop and in the industry. And so thank you so much for trusting us and hanging out with us. We love having fun with you guys. Reach out, be in contact with us during our live streams on the app, on our social media channels, direct private messages on Facebook. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your ideas. We want to hear your concerns, your complaints. How can we be better? All of it. Thank you very much. And we'll see you in the next All Cards Ship Q&A.
Thanks, guys.
You guys.